there has been a growing craze for yoga, and I now see a lot of women actually practicing yoga. And from the time when I got into yoga and I started doing it, I had a very similar mindset about yoga that a lot of women carry till today. And as I evolved, as I practiced, as I studied more, I realized that yoga is of course great for us, but you really need to see in what age, what stage, and what condition you are in before you actually get into different kinds of yoga. So a lot of women in their late 30s and 40s getting into that aggressive mode of practice, practicing for 2 hours, going out gymming, and practice, even if it is yoga, getting into all those aggressive yoga postures, and losing out on their breath but not giving up on their aggression. So, one thing that I realized as a part of my practice into yoga, which started with a very aggressive form, which was power yoga, and it was like 2 or 3 hours of practice in one go. Of course, it used to make me really good, it used to make me really powerful. But that was 6-7 years back, when my body had that much of a strength to be able to bear all of that. Now, as you grow, as your age, you reach a certain level, you reach your late 30s and early 40s, there are a lot of peri-menopausal changes that are happening inside the body. And this time precisely for women is the resting phase time. So, the more you saturate yourself, the more you saturate your energy, the more you are playing around with the hormones, which are actually already creating a lot of disturbance because of the perimenopausal stage that you are already in. So now, if you really want to maintain that balance while doing yoga, and if you are in your late 30s and 40s, early 40s, or living those perimenopausal years, it's very important that you be onto a form of yoga which actually makes you relax in a posture, rather than just doing those dynamic practices, movement, and aggressive kind of a movement. After all that power yoga practice, I really boiled down now to hatha yoga practice. It's still a good practice, it's still a practice which actually gives major results, rather it gives better results than what you do in power yoga or these aggressive forms of yoga. And the science behind it is that you warm up and then you get into a posture and you stay in that posture. So what's happening is, if we look at our body as a network of pipes inside, and imagine if these pipes are blocked. So when you're getting into a posture, and when you are staying there, these pipes are gradually expanding, they're gradually stretching, they're gradually opening up, and all those toxins, all those blockages which are actually blocking these pipes gradually start to open up, move out. And that's where you start to see changes at a very deeper level, which doesn't happen when you get into an aggressive form of a yoga practice. The beauty of hatha yoga is that it not just opens up your internal channels, but it's double the benefit, because you are actually in a posture, you're exercising, but you're not moving, which means you're not utilizing a lot of your energy, which generally happens in an aggressive form of practice that you do. So when you are actually moving fast, your breath goes fast and the energy production is happening really fast. But when you do such a practice where you get into a posture, you stay and get still in that posture and stay there for a certain time, because you're not moving, the breath becomes really calm and slow. Your energy production or energy consumption inside the body kind of rests inside, and that's where it's like your body is still stretching, the effects of exercise is still happening, but you're not ending up consuming extra energy that is very much required in those perimenopausal. And you know what, all these perimenopausal years are really about taking care of yourself. If you're having any kind of PMS issues, if you're having any kind of menstrual issues, looking out for medication, or of course working on your diet, are some of the techniques that you can actually follow. But at the deeper level, what can actually bring about that transformation or relief to all these concerns that you're facing is a deep level of relaxation. And this deep level of relaxation, it side by side also works with the kind of diet that you're consuming, which has to be a very clean diet, which doesn't actually fluctuate your blood sugar levels, which keeps your insulin in check. And along with that, when you merge it with a very relaxing kind of a routine and a relaxing kind of yoga practice, then you are supporting your body from everywhere holistically, so that it has all the medium to kind of go through this process really smoothly. So that has personally been my personal experience. When you decide to go for any specific kind of an exercising regime, keep your age and stage and condition in mind. That's very important, because it's not just about moving it. You really have to understand what impact that kind of a movement is adding on to your body, whether or not it's creating impact on your hormones, if it's creating impact on your muscles. And if you're overdoing it, definitely you're not doing any good to yourself. Temporarily, yes, you might feel certain changes, but in the long run you end up saturating or consuming a lot of your energy, which starts to show up in different other signs that your body starts to throw up in the long run.